Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have ourselves a 1v1 on Crossing in the Woods. Our heroes today are going to be Mr. RtN.Brown Ryan Gosling, playing as the OKW forces in the blue. And his opponent is going to be Disturbing, playing as the British, the UKF forces in the red. So, I'm back. I mean, not that I was gone, but we didn't have any videos in the weekend. But that's probably going to be tough for the course now. Kind of difficult to get games out every day, so we'll just do it, you know, in that sense. But, yeah, let's keep on going, and obviously this week we're not going to be focusing on one player alone, so we should hopefully have a nice little mix of skill levels and players going around. So anyways, let's take a look at what's going on in the game. So for now, we see Mr. Ryan Gosling going for Mr. Kubels, the Kubel Wagons, getting himself 2 to start with the OKW, and then going for the Volksgrenadiers. So a 2 Kubel opening, pretty, aggressive, I would say. Kubelwagen able to push on those infantry, do quite a bit of damage. However, it will take damage and need to get the hell out of there. For Disturbing, we have infantry sections on the field. One to start with, second one to be, made, and then following it up with a Vickers machine gun, which is now out on the field and setting up over on the right-hand side. Kubelwagen having to get the hell out of there, taking a lot of damage here as it moves around. Might actually get itself killed. We see the second Kubelwagen barreling through straight onto that infantry section, trying to push it away, giving the other Kubelwagen enough time to make it out of there. And it does, so lucky on that. Second Kubelwagen now taking damage at close range here to those infantry sections. However, it does manage to push them away as we have a Volksgrenadier squad for Ryan Gosling on the field. And he gets the hell out of there. Left-hand side, the storm piles are retreating from the center, as we see Disturbing going for his universal carrier. And that's about it. Oh man, the heat in here is unbearable. I'm gonna have to see about being able to run the AC or the ceiling fan without it having too much noise on the microphone, because holy cow. Anyways, so we see the Kubelwagen back at base now getting repaired. Of course, that is the downside, I suppose, for the vehicles. Sure, they're strong and, you know, they don't lose any of their firepower, but they do eventually take too much damage to be usable until you get them repaired. So anyways, Universal Carrier now on the field, Disturbing, getting a nice flank there on that Volksgrenadier squad, opening up with the machine on the carrier, and able to mow down that Volksgrenadier squad down to 2 men, forcing it to retreat. We do have more Volks on the field. We now have 2 in total, one of them going to the left-hand side. The infantry sections popping all the way up to the front, getting inside that house, getting some shots flying at that Kubelwagen. And they do have their medical supplies popped, so they will be able to heal up as they wish. Vickers machine gun pushing over to the right-hand side. We do have Royal Engineers on the field now. You may have noticed, obviously, from the very start, Disturbing has selected his Doctrine, and that is, of course, the Advanced Emplacement Regiment, otherwise known as the Cancer Regiment, which is not that cool to say, but whatever. Anyways, so we can assume here that we're going to be seeing Emplacement at the very least one, probably the Bofors, which is the strongest feature of that. Kubelwagen, though, down south, putting itself in a bad angle there, left in the arc of fire of that Vickers machine gun, gets itself destroyed, and Ryan Gosling now a little bit on the back foot, gonna have to retreat or move back with his second Kubelwagen. Volksgrenadier squad retreating as it gets chased down by the Universal Carrier, and the Storm Piles do manage to force away that Vickers machine gun to keep it on the field. From the base, we do see the supply half-track coming into the field. That is, of course, to build some type of tech. And either Battle Group Headquarters or the Mechanized Regiment, we shall see. Volksgrenadiers in the center, capping. Far right-hand side, we do have the infantry section capping that fuel. Universal Carrier duking it out with the Storm Piles. Storm Piles getting up close and personal. They do have a lot of damage output at close range against the Universal Carrier, so it does need to be careful and move the hell out of the way. Volksgrens on the left-hand side, engaging the Royal Engineers and losing. I mean, they do have SMGs, so once they close range, they are able to do a decent amount of damage, so I suppose that's why. Kubelwagen pushing forward on the Universal Carrier. Universal Carrier now down to less than half health. Stormpio's pushing with it as well. The Universal Carrier trying to back its way off into a little bit of a more supported position. There is a Royal Engineer squad and a infantry section there, so it is relatively safe. However, it is currently cornered into the corner of the map and wouldn't be able to get away. However, though, Ryan Gosling unable to continue the pursuit, forced to retreat with his Stormpios, and while the Kubelwagen is retreating as well. Infantry section in the center for disturbing, going to be capping. Vickers machine gun moving back out to the right-hand side. Now, considering how strong his presence is on the right-hand side, I'm going to assume that the Bofors is going to come down on the right-hand side. Does have the sappers, the Royal Engineers on the field, so we'll see. Does have another squad on the left-hand side, so, maybe could they be there, but no. Nice little move there by disturbing, though, laying down a mine right at the entrance of this house. This house is, used quite frequently to put a squad in there and try to deny territory. However, Ryan Gosling is going to be spotting those Royal Engineers as they lay down the mines, so they will have to cancel that. They could have finished the building. They were just about to finish, so, finish and retreat. However, it is, telegraphing there to Ryan Gosling that there is a mine right there, so it's unlikely that he would hit it unless he wasn't paying attention. So there, though, the Royal Engineers cancel the mine, move themselves into some light cover, and are able to actually duke it out close range with these guys. Nice incendiary grenade there by Ryan Gosling, manages to force away the Royal Engineers, and away they go. Infantry section up at the front, hold up inside that house. Royal Engineers coming up behind, trying to go for a little sneaky maneuver there on the strategic point in front of the base. Volksgrenadiers with Treks moving forward. However, the Kubelwagen, second Kubelwagen, gets caught there in the open by infantry sections, and of course the Universal Carrier, I think, was somewhere around there. Yeah, it's over here on the right-hand side now. So the Kubelwagen is now down for Ryan Gosling, but, well, c'est la vie. Infantry section at the center, retreating down to one man, barely makes it out of there, but it does. Ryan Gosling going for his own doctrine, and that is the Breakthrough Doctrine. That is, of course, the one that provides you with the Officer and the Fusiliers, which we now see both coming out into the field right away. A lot of DPS outputs from those. And the Officer, of course, pretty cool. And you get access to the Yak Tiger. Anyways, center map, Stormpios and Volksgrenadiers engaging the Royal Engineers. The Royal Engineers are going to get torn apart here, down to one man. They may actually die here if they focus fire. Volleys go off, very low in health. However, it looks like they're barely going to make it out of there, and the squad lives. Volksgrenadier trying to shift to the left-hand side. However, the base sector MG manages to get them suppressed, and they actually get pinned down. They're going to have to retreat now, as they have nowhere to go. Vickers machine gun on the right-hand side, getting torn apart by the Fusiliers, getting surrounded and caught by the Stormpios. Stormpios probably going to go steal it. No, it looks like it's going to be the... No. Who is it going to be? Well, we do have a infantry section nearby, so the Fusiliers are going to be the one to sacrifice themselves. That basically cuts the squad in half, so it's the safest measure there, as you have still 3 men left. They all retreat, and the Vickers machine gun is going to be turning itself around. Well, gonna get itself killed if it does that, because it's right there in the arc of fire of a Universal Carrier. Packs up, packs down, and now should probably retreat, or it's gonna get torn down. Does manage to set itself up, though, as... Yep, torn down. Yeah, like I said. Volksgrenadiers in the center retreating. We see the infantry for disturbing. The Royal Engineers getting geared up with Brens. One or two. At the very least one, looks like. Yeah, it's just one per squad. And, yeah, unfortunate decision there for Ryan Gosling. Manages to lose himself the Vickers machine gun, and disturbing is able to recover it. So, if he had just retreated there with it, he would have that and be, in a much more favorable position. But, well, I mean, it's not really... No net loss for everybody, right? It's just a little bit of manpower loss in all directions. So... Battle group headquarters has gone down, infantry healing back up at base, and we do see the flak half-track coming into play. It's been a while since we've actually seen the flak half-track be utilized. And disturbing, not really laying down that Bofors as we assumed. So it's interesting to see why he selected his doctrine. I mean, pretty much all of it is based on structures, so... I guess we'll see. We'll see what his plan is. So anyways, Ryan Gosling pushing out with everything he's got at the same time, trying to break through in multiple directions. Black half-track setting up right in front of that house, laying into the house and getting some damage. Well, actually not that much damage. The units inside seem to be quite fine. I mean, those flag guns have been tuned down to not really do much damage to units inside. AT gun, though, however, does get accidentally sent into the center of the enemy, getting itself cleared out and basically providing Ryan Gosling with a free 6-pounder AT gun. However, it is still surrounded here. We have infantry in all directions, so it's a difficult steal. Not too difficult, but, you know, it's not there for the taking, or, you know, a free weapon. And the flak gun still trying to break the units over here on the left-hand side, getting small amounts of damage into the squad inside. Volksgrenadier squad getting suppressed here by the Vickers machine gun across the river, crawling its way into maybe a better angle. However, it just gets itself ripped to shreds. All the infantry is forced to retreat, and the flag half-track is the only thing left out on the field there for Ryan Gosling. However, with the AT gun currently destroyed, well, decrewed, Ryan Gosling doesn't really have much to worry about that can actually impact or damage the flag gun. We see a infantry section pushing to the AT gun, however, just basically fakes out the half-track. Half-track is forced to back off a little bit and is now back at the angle where it can look at the nice, catches that Royal Engineer squad out in the open. We do see that the Bofors has gone down finally for disturbing. It went down somewhere. Center? Yeah, right there in the center of the map. Getting some artillery barrages going. Which is the one that... Damn it, where is it? What was the... Damn it, I'm missing my thing. Which one was the ability that gave the structures the ability to use their garrison barrage without having somebody inside? Let's see. Emplacements. Now have access to the improved fortifications. The structure will have an increased durability. Advanced assembly is the one? No. Did they take down that away? There's a suppressive barrage, but it requires garrison. Was that taken away from the thing? Maybe it was. I don't know. You guys let me know. I guess I didn't really check on the updates. Like, what was the update that came out? Whatever. Anyways. So anyways, Volksgrenadiers and the officer over on the left-hand side engaging the Royal Engineers. Royal Engineers with their LMGs are able to provide a lot of damage here. However, they're just getting blasted in the face there by a Shrek. Down to 2 men. Might actually die, although it doesn't look like they're going to be focused fire. And the officer on the left-hand side is going to be doing what he can. So the AT gun did get recovered there by disturbing. Moves it back to support of the Bofors. The Bofors has gotten upgraded with its improved fortification. And up in the north, Volksgrenadiers moving around and capping. As behind them, we do have a lot of infantry. Even a 2-man Fusilier squad just sitting there. The flag half-track moving itself into the center. That's going to get torn apart by the Bofors if it gets into range. So it needs to be careful there for Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling is playing rather fast and loose there with his thing there. The Royal Engineers on the left-hand side now have a gun looking at them. The heavy cover, though, managing to do quite a bit of work there. They do get suppressed, though, by the explosions. Back at base, no additional tech for Ryan Gosling. For disturbing, do we see anything coming? No additional tech so far, aside from Tier 1. Does have a lot of manpower, though. Let's see what he's waiting for exactly. Universal Carrier, still online, still operational. Hasn't been upgraded with anything just yet. It's just being utilized as a mobile gun platform, essentially. Down to very low amounts of health. Might actually get itself killed here by the Shrek. Nope, Shrek focusing on the infantry section as it pushes forward. And manages to keep itself alive. Left-hand side. Grant and Storm Pios moving forward. We do have sweepers now equipped on the Storm Pios. Making sure they don't get accidentally caught in a mine. Black half-track catching that infantry section on the left-hand side. Getting it down on the dirt. Trying to crawl its way back, but again, it's just getting barraged down to 3 men. Does manage to get itself inside the house, but the shots will continue to fly. Royal Engineer squad behind. Ooh, very clumped up here. Could actually get itself killed. Oh no, the flak half-track. Gonna move out of the way. Smartly though, as the AT gun did barrel on top of them. Gets a shot off at it. Ooh, nasty hit there. But it makes it out of there alive. Nice little flank here by Fusiliers and the officer. Cutting down the Vickers machine gun. They're not going to be stealing it. They're not going to be taking it, but they are going to be clearing out the AT gun. Royal Engineers and the rest of the squad still engaging. Behind it, we do see the second Royal Engineer squad coming forward, and Disturbing deciding to dump his manpower into building even more Royal Engineers, getting 2 more total. And the Fusiliers managing to absorb quite a bit of damage, as they do have 6 men total, now down to 3. And the Universal Carrier and the Royal Engineers managing to essentially hold the line there a little bit. The AT gun is still left there. The flak half-track very low in health, needs some repairs going. It's Storm Pyros, only 1 squad on the field there for Ryan Gosling, and he now needs to get them repairing. And they will. And on the far right-hand side, we have an infantry section there for Disturbing, just capping territory. Flag half-track getting some good shots there across the ridge, getting the Royal Engineers pinned down. Second squad just sitting there behind the cover, gets incendiary-nated and forced to reposition. Fusiliers do have access to anti-tank rifle grenades, so they can actually take down the Universal Carrier if they get in range. However, they're getting gunned down here by the Universal Carrier, forced to retreat down to 2 men. The Royal Engineers moving into position, trying to see if they can maybe take them down. However, the AT gun does get recruited there by Ryan Gosling, gets a shot off at the Universal Carrier, and down it goes. Second AT gun on the field there for Disturbing. He's moving it up to try to fight back from Ryan Gosling. We do have a Panzer IV now on the field, as he did, of course, get his Panzer headquarters. Set it up in the front, covering that point in this one, so not a bad little positioning there for it. And in the center, the Bofors is feeling quite lonely, as, you know, nobody wants to play with it. And that's the thing, I mean, it doesn't have access to the barrage anymore unless somebody garrisons it, so, you know, it can't even easily provide the support of the artillery, which is what we saw before, so I'm going to assume that that got changed at some point since the last time I saw it, or am I just looking at something different? No, I mean, pretty sure this is the same one. You know what, I'm actually going to look up right now while the game is underway a little bit and see if I can find it. Anyways, flak half-track set up as a defensive turret there in the center. AT gun is right there, however, so it manages to get, well, actually it just manages to not hit it. Smoke does get popped there on the flak half-track, making sure that it can get out of there easily, but it was actually quite fine. And the Panzer IV, a little bit next to it, able to withstand. However, for Ryan Gosling, he is pretty much on the back foot right now, currently on the wrong side of a triple cap, 383 to 381, pretty much dead even when it comes to victory points, but that's quickly going to change with Ryan Gosling, you know, triple capped. Does send out his Volkswagens to the left-hand side to try to decap that victory point. Looks like he will be able to do so. There isn't anything that's going to stop him there. Even has some Fusiliers there for support. However, on the right-hand side, we do have a Vickers defending. And we have the Panzer IV in the center, opening up on the Bofors. The Bofors just laying into the armor of that Panzer IV. And the Panzer IV deciding that it does not like that one bit. It's just going to back off and not just sit there and take it. Ooh, nasty shot there by that Panzer IV. Nails 2 of the Vickers gunners. Or Vickers men in the gun, whatever. Second shot hits yet another guy. And the last one could clean it out, however, it does not. But the Vickers make it set out of there. However, the point is now open for the taken. 2 AT guns on the field for Disturbing. Those are the ones that are threatening the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV moves the hell out of the way. Volksgrenadier squad holding the line here against the Royal Engineers. Royal Engineers forced to retreat down to 2 men. And we have the Storm Pyros trying to chase down that Panzer IV as it continues to move along. Left-hand side, Fusiliers capping. We do have the flak half-track catching that infantry section out in the open. Obersoldate now on the field for Ryan Gosling with their LMGs equipped. And the Royal Engineers back in the center, repairing that squad. Going to be popping in, going to be able to use that artillery barrage. And so popular, I keep getting messages. Thanks. Sorry. Anyways, Schwerpanzer headquarters, catching that Royal Engineer squad as it tries to cap, manages to actually remove a Piat from it. That's actually pretty powerful there for Ryan Gosling to go and steal. Center map, the AT gun is getting cleared out here by Fusiliers and actually Volksgrenadiers and the officer. AT gun does get decrewed, so another one is off there. However, that is, from what I can tell, the AT gun that was already in the possession of Ryan Gosling. And the Panzer IV moves over to the right-hand side. Left-hand side, we do have the Fusiliers trying to cap. We have the flak half-track defending the point, although it did not get capped. And the over to the left and over here, we hear Ryan Gosling using a assault artillery. Actually gets called in up to the north. Interesting positioning on it, seemingly wanting to catch the AT guns. AT gun does get decrewed here at the front. Where's the other one? Both of them got decrewed? Looks like both of them got decrewed. So the Panzer IV focusing fire on that AT gun gets it destroyed. The other AT gun did get recovered there by Ryan Gosling. Shots flying at the Bofors in the center. The Bofors has taken quite a bit of damage, down to about half health. It is no longer able to brace itself as it has just popped the ability, and it takes quite a while for it to pop again. So it looks like the Bofors is going to be taken down, and Disturbing loses his foothold in the center of the map. The other AT gun is over here, so it did stay alive. Kind of hard to see them for some reason. Grand Squad in the center. Well, Volksgrenadier Squad, really. Engaging against the Royal Engineers. Incendiary grenade popped on top of them, forces them to retreat, but nobody really does much to the point. It gets reset, or, well, stays there in the possession for Disturbing. Obersoldaten fighting the Vickers machine gun. Vickers machine gun trying to pack up and leave. However, she's getting torn apart. Going to be killed here on the retreat, and the weapon is there on the floor. Black half-track moving to the left-hand side. We have the AT gun right there, and Panzer IV on the far right-hand side getting repaired at the same time that the Storm Pios cap. Piat does get recovered there by the officer. One of the Grens there next to him is going to be the one utilizing it.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
And Disturbing, seemingly not being able to do too much. He has teched up to the company command post. Doesn't have any tanks on the field right now. Doesn't really have much in the way of manpower. Panzer IV rushing, blitzing, combat blitzing his way right on top of that AT gun. Managing to circle strafe it and not get too much damage on himself. There are Piats on the field here as the the Royal Engineers do what they can. However, the gunner on top manages to clear out that AT gun, and the AT gun has once again been decrewed. However, the Piat is once again just taking shots, managing to nail that Panzer IV. The Panzer IV has taken some damage, down to about half health, but I mean, not a lot for it to worry about here. The Piats do damage, but they don't do a lot of damage, not quickly at least. Actually, that was a very good shot. That actually hit the rear armor, which is the, I remember that was actually the strength of the Piats, that they have the potential because of their arc to actually impact the zone that is considered rear armor and get a much stronger hit and penetration. So the AT gun, though, does get destroyed there by Ryan Gosling as he has his officer with the Piat equipped, manages to get some good shots in there and destroy it. So, yeah, Disturbing in a disturbingly bad position now. 70 to 30 when it comes to army, value. So, very difficult for Disturbing to win from this one. He's going to need some type of a miracle here. Engineers on the left-hand side, just holding there with their LMGs. Officer in the center retreating. Victory points 297 to 354. So in the lead for Disturbing, but I mean, we can see right now Ryan Gosling is in the process of pretty much capping what he wants, although Disturbing is the one that currently decapping the center on the right-hand side. So still doing what he can to keep that lead when it comes to the points. Pretty much at this stage of the game is the only way he could potentially win, but it also seems unlikely. Volksgrenadier Squad on the right-hand side, engaging that infantry section with its LMGs. We do see the Cromwell coming online for disturbing, which will help out. There's only a Panzer IV for it to fight. However, we do have a Shrek on this squad, and a Piat on this guy with the anti-tank rifle grenade on this guy. So there's a lot of anti-tank capabilities. And of course, the 6-pounder AT gun that got stolen. So yeah, I mean, it's a difficult thing. There's some Piats flying around here for disturbing. So, you know, the Panzer IV does have those threats. However, you know, it's difficult. We also have the Flak half-track still online over here on the right-hand side, defending territory. 17 kills so far, Veteran C2 acquired. And we see the officer, the Obersoldaten, and the Fusiliers pushing over to the right-hand side with some Volksgrenadiers in tow, trying to do what they can. Cromwell trying to go for some crushing. The Fusiliers forced to retreat. Oversoldaten in the center, going to be trying to turn apart here by the tank. Panzer IV moving up. Shots getting traded there by both tanks. The AT gun is a little bit further back, going to be pushing up to try and support. However, the Cromwell is probably not going to be pushing the advantage there, trying to push. Royal Engineers on the right-hand side getting torn apart by the AT gun of that Flak half-track. Not AT gun, the Flak gun of that Flak half-track. Down to one man. Flak half-track could actually take it down, although it seems like it's now focusing its shots on the Cromwell. Popping smoke, keeping itself inside the smoke. The Cromwell tank is trying to shoot at the ground, manages to miss. Flak half-track going to be trying to go for a run. Shot flies. Oh, no, manages to barely make it out of there and stay alive. Nice control there for Ryan Gosling. Center map, the Piats on those Royal Engineers, forcing the Panzer IV to back off. And a stolen Vigorous machine gun on the left-hand side, just catching Royal Engineers out of the open, getting them pinned down. It is going to get flanked here by that infantry section with its LMGs. Completely torn apart, but they've done their job at this point. 297 to 282 now in the lead for Ryan Gosling as he keeps getting the advantage on those victory points. Volksgrenadier squad up in the north, going to be trying to cap a little bit more. I mean, disturbing. Could go for yet another Cromwell, but he needs more manpower, I believe. Where is it? Right there? Yeah. There's enough fuel. He's been hoarding it, but needs a little bit more, and I'm assuming that's what he's going to be pushing. It's an interesting, you know, decision to go for this Doctrine and not go for the emplacements, which, you know, the Doctrine is all about, essentially, but, you know, I believe that's going to go. So the Volksgrenadier squad catching a LMG. We see the Fusiliers, Obersoldaten, and pretty much everything just laying into that infantry section. Cromwell tank moving over to the left-hand side. Does he have enough now to get one? He has enough. If disturbing we're so inclined. No, it looks like he's actually going to go for an AT gun instead, utilizing the manpower in that. Interesting choices. I mean, there is a lot of anti-tank capabilities for Ryan Gosling, so I can understand. Volksgrenadier squad trying to stop the approaching Royal Engineers. The Royal Engineers bolstered by the support of their British armor. Almost take out that Volksgrenadier squad. Gets it down to one man. Piats in the center trying to get some damage going on that Panzer IV. Panzer IV is just tearing apart the Royal Engineer squad, and the Cromwell tank just forced it back off. Hasn't taken too much damage, but there is both an AT gun and a Panzer IV chasing it down. Far right-hand side, we do have infantry section capping a little bit. But again, with the center point being taken. Ooh, nasty shot there by the AT gun, and the Panzer IV does a lot of damage to the Cromwell. Panzer IV also takes some damage in return there by the AT gun for disturbing. But, yeah. Let's take a look here at forums and announcements, because I forgot to look. So, change log, and there we go. Right-hand side, we hear infantry section and Fusiliers duking it out by the point. Fusiliers quickly winning. Volksgrenadiers going to be taking some shots at the retreating infantry. More Royal Engineers getting built for disturbing as he tries to just keep his numbers up, but, you know, not having too much luck here. And he's going to be pushing over to the right-hand side. And, let's see here. go back and see these patches a little bit as the Cromwell pushes over to the right-hand side, just doing what it can. We do see a artillery column right in the center here on this point. Trying to clear out that AT gun. It's sector. Assault artillery. Engagement on the right hand side, infantry section taking a lot of damage. We do of course now have the behemoth, the Königstiger on the field here for Ryan Gosling. And I mean with that, that's game. I mean there's nothing here that Disturbing has to stop this. His Cromwell is actually going to be torn apart here. Panzer IV pretty much being able to take it out single-handedly. However, the King Tiger, being the king, just coming in and claiming victory upon the land where he never actually fought there. And yeah, King Tiger's just barreling through to the surrender. So there you go. Usually we see this not work out, you know, with the Tigers coming into the field and being sent into the enemy base. But at this stage, we can see that, yeah, that was probably going to crush everything. So anyways, guys, there you go. A game to start off the week. I do hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.